Although image manipulation has existed for decades, today it is more threatening than ever before because of our reliance on digital images and videos. Today, the world captures over 1.2 trillion digital images and videos each year, a figure that increases by 10% annually. 85% of those images are captured on a smartphone. Individual devices in the pockets of over 2.7 billion people around the world. These images are used for decisions, some on the personal level, everyday decision-making, the business, and even the most geopolitically significant decisions on Earth. Personal decisions, like, should I date that person based off the image I see online? Should I buy that item? Should I vote for this candidate based on the images and videos I'm seeing, even memes, in the public domain? Businesses struggle with this too. For example, entire industries and verticals are digitizing and innovating, embracing the use of images and videos in their operations. For example, in the financial services sector, companies are deploying loans and funds based on images and videos they're getting in the application. Insurance companies are paying out claims based on images and videos. And even on the highest levels of geopolitical decision-making, decisions are made based off images and videos. Like when the international community is inundated by images and videos from conflict zones, non-permissive environments, and even in response to natural disasters. But as capture rates increase, so do manipulation rates. Manipulation has reached new levels with the advent of generative adversarial networks known as deepfakes. These are powerful synthesis mechanisms designed to get better over time at creating entirely fabricated yet very lifelike videos. In addition to deepfakes, we have the existence of cheapfakes, which several speakers spoke about over the last 2 days. Cheapfakes are far less sophisticated, rudimentary image manipulation techniques, such as photoshopping, speeding up and slowing down video, even rebroadcasting, capturing images of other images. In short, today's image manipulation is far different than image manipulation of decades and years ago. What makes this even worse? When it's combined with social media. Today, the world has the ability to create deceptive content and beam it across the world through social media in a matter of seconds, causing damage before that deceptive content can be debunked. Even when image manipulation is non-existent, the threat of image manipulation is highly concerning, and I'll explain what I mean. When I was a US diplomat with the Department of State, I spent years working on the Syrian crisis. My last posting was at the US mission to the United Nations. There I sat in the UN Security Council watching images and videos from some of the most egregious conflicts on Earth, many of them from Syria, enter into the international geopolitical realm. But what I also learned was that images and videos captured by smartphone on the geopolitical stage were highly ineffective. And the reason was critics, countries that wanted to undermine reality, bad faith actors had a very strong and effective rebuttal. They claimed the images were fake, regardless of if they were or not. By claiming something is fake and questioning the veracity of the image, you undermine the realities on the ground. You begin to distort reality. Two of the world's leading researchers on the topic, Danielle Cintrone and Bobby Chesney, term this as the liar's dividend. By claiming everything is fake, nothing is real. So, with the existence of deepfakes and even the liar's dividend, the world is rightfully focused on detecting fake images. But there's a problem with that. Today, the world has no mechanism to detect fake images at real time and at scale to which it could be effective in mitigating deceptive content and disinformation. And that likely will not change in the near future. And there's several reasons for that. First, when an image is captured and disseminated across the internet, a variety of things happen. Most importantly, the metadata, the critical information behind an image, the time, the date, the location, the type of device that actually captured the image is almost always stripped, altered, or changed as it flows through. So by the time that image reaches a detection mechanism, there will be no metadata to actually read. And if it is there, it cannot be trusted because it could have been altered along the process through something simple like a jailbroken phone. Second, when an image is passed from an iPhone or a smartphone through the internet, it is almost instantly altered in some fashion. You might know when you take a picture and send it, you're going to be asked is it a small, medium, or large type of picture you want to send. What you're doing is you're recompressing the image and you're passing it through. Today, there is no mechanism that can tell the type of image manipulation or alteration, the location and the origins of it. Therefore, there's no detection mechanism that can tell you if this was a simple recompression or something more malicious like changing the pixels to deceive content consumers. So, if detection is not a silver bullet, how do we mitigate the effects of disinformation when it comes to images and videos and the influence it has on our decision-making process? Well, there is no silver bullet, but one mechanism that will help mitigate this process is provenance through controlled capture. By verifying the contents of digital images and videos at the point of creation and saving it in perpetuity by leveraging blockchain, you have the ability to create provenance of an image. And controlled capture does this by leveraging the data sensors on the phone, advanced cellular networks, computer vision, and blockchain. By doing this, you can capture an image, ensure that the time, date, location, and pixelation are of high trust, and save it immutably on a blockchain. This technology has been used in over 100 countries on a variety of issues, ranging from the personal, mundane issues to the globally important issues, like documenting the effects of suspected chemical weapons use outside of Damascus in 2018. Controlled capture is an important step forward in helping decision makers make better decisions based off the images and videos they see online. But that's a first step. We know we have to go further, and the way we go further and push this process forward is by moving from software into hardware. Hardware gives 3 distinct advantages above software because software will always have limitations. 1, hardware is a scalable technology. Overnight, by putting it into the hardware of actual phones, you can take it from hundreds of thousands of users to hundreds of millions of users. 2, it embraces the behavioral style of content captures. By using it and putting it into the native camera, you are increasing the likelihood and the effective nature of verified imagery. And 3, security. By moving into the trusted execution environment at the chipset layer of phones, you are creating a level of security that is akin to that which guards biometrics, facial recognition, and digital payments on your smartphones. We have partnered with Qualcomm Technologies, one of the world's leading chipset manufacturers, to pursue this ambitious goal. We aim, in the near future, to have the world's first cryptographically signed image with established provenance, so that when it does travel through the internet, you can always ensure that you are making decisions based off of verified information. By putting forth better images and videos, that will lead to better decisions and thereby mitigate the effects of disinformation and deceptive content online. That is the future of decision making in the disinformation and deepfakes era. Thank you.